If somebody ever asks you to flash them out long, all you need to do is stand around the corner of this building and aim at the top of this wall underneath this palm tree. From here, just do a regular left click jump throw, which this will blind most positions that the CTs could play long. If you've taken B on Dust 2 and you don't have doors smoked, you can actually be around this corner and do a run throw at this wall, which will bank a smoke off the corner of this building and land around here, giving you a perfect doors smoke. If you're ever trying to get into the window somewhat sneakily, trying to run along and do this jump here is pretty loud and obvious. One tip that I have is while you're doing this, you can spray the AK and it'll sort of mask your noise, and maybe the jungle player will think you're just fighting the player on cat, and maybe you can catch anybody here window or jungle off guard and be able to sneak in for free after doing all that. Every A player on Mirage should know how to throw this molly right here. You're just going to do a regular forward run throw at about these wires as you're running out of spawn. This is going to spawn flames in the molly that are going to block about here, so anybody trying to make it to connector is going to be able to get there safely without getting opt from A main or getting one tapped. If you need a pop flash and apps, you can bounce flashes off this chimney here. It's kind of a little bit hard though, you'll have to practice it if you haven't done it before. If you're able to get yourself into church early after a post plant, I like to crouch jump up on top of the organ here, and I find this is to be a really good off angle that the CTs never check. If you ever get one of these spawns on the right side here on Ancient T side, you can tell your teammates to rush mid. You'll smoke red and throw flashes. To smoke red, you just walk into this wall. It's not too specific. Just walk or somewhere around the middle of it. And then I aim for this little marking in the bricks right here, and then just do a regular left click jump throw. And then after that, I walk over to this sign here, and then I'll aim at the top of this plant and just do left click jump throw flashes. And these will perfectly get your team out into mid. If you're a professional movement player, you can actually make this jump onto the catwalk. If you're the ramp player and you have ramp smoked off, I like to sometimes jump back and get on top of this red box here and wait for the smoke to clear. Sometimes taking this fight off the smoke drop really catches the T's off guard with the angle you're in, and sometimes people just are not ready for it. If you ever want to break open Squeaky Door, the perfect nade to do it is looking at about this sign on the wall and just going slightly underneath it and doing a regular forward left click release throw as you're running through Squeaky. This will break open the door and it'll break open the vents. There, it looked a bit strange. Here's what it looks like all in one fluid motion. You just throw it like this, it'll bounce like that, and it'll perfectly break open the vent. This fact is slightly useless, but every train that has a curved ramp like this on the edge, you're able to surf it. If you didn't know, you can chuck a molly at the top of this wall here, and that'll bounce into T-Con, giving you an easy way to block A main at the start of each round with a molly. If you ever find yourself needing to get out of heaven sneakily during like a post plant situation or something, or you need a clutch, you can silent drop by walking off this ledge and then holding S as soon as you walk over the ledge. This will make you surf along this edge and may even bring you in a direction like this. If you're a more fancier movement player, you can do even things like this with the surf ramp. So make yourself all the way over to here in the middle of a post plant or clutch scenario. You didn't know there's actually a couple sneaky hiding spots in Con. You can do a crouch jump onto this blue pole, and then you can crouch jump onto this tube as well. It used to be a far harder skill jump in CSGO, but now it's pretty easy to get up here. It's not too useful though. You can sometimes try to use it to peek into short a little bit, but you can't see all that much. And if you also figure out the specific angle on this ladder, I think it's about here, and I crouch. Oh, try this again. Alright, there we go, that was the angle. You can get up on this ledge here and connect there as well near the ladder.